Alright, it's time for the final part of Pokemon Snap. It's a little bit longer than the first two parts. That's because we're going to go through each stage again, getting all the Pokemon that we've missed as well as the Pokemon Signs. And now to make taking the Pokemon Sign pictures easier for us, Oak has given us the Dash engine. We should have gotten this at the very beginning of the game. Because, I don't know, man. We go so slowly in this game. I wish we had the Dash engine sooner. Anyway, so there's 6 Pokemon signs, one for each stage. We've got one that looks like a Kingler, one that looks like a Pinsir, one that looks like a Coughing, one that looks like a Cubone, one that looks like a Mewtwo, and one that looks like a Dugtrio. Now, a couple of things. One, I think only 3 of these are good Pokemon signs, in my opinion. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's just like, some of them feel like you would have to intervene to make this. Like, it feels like it's not naturally occurring. Like this one, the Pinsir one in the beach, I'll give, because it's a stone formation. Also, this is how you get Surfing Pikachu. If you just toss apples along to the surfboard, Pikachu will hop on it, and he'll ride the waves. Anyway, here's the first sign. So you wait until it glows, the center reticle glows red, and take a picture of it, and it'll say sign. Also, so now that we have the Pester Balls, we can now take a decent picture of Snorlax here. Well, we can take a picture of Snorlax because he wouldn't get up for any other means. You can also just kind of interrupt certain things with the Pester Balls. Like, this is how you get a better picture of Doduo, by the way. Throw a Pester Ball at him and he'll faint. Also, in these bushes is another Pokemon we couldn't do anything about just yet. It is Scyther, which I got incredibly lucky there. Also, this is how you get Pikachu on a stump. If the camera will turn, there we go. By throwing Pester, I think by either uncovering Scyther or by hitting a certain spot with Pester Balls, the Pikachu will show up and they'll be on the stump. Once we get a later item, we will be able to cause them to do a special scene, and I think this is your other chance to get a Scyther. Also, got a dead Meowth in the road. We're gonna be here a sec. In the meantime, how about some pictures of a very far off Butterfree? And the back of a Meowth head. And now with Pester Balls, I think you could do this with apples, but now we can get a picture of Chansey. And now that we've taken a bunch of pictures of Lapras throughout the stage, Lapras will show up a lot closer. I think it's implied that Lapras absolutely loves having its picture taken. Or at least these Lapras. And they want, basically they want you to get their good side. Also, this Meowth at the end here, you can save, and he'll do a little dance. Also, this is what happens when you run out of film. You end, you're out of film. And that puts you out of the course. So that's all of the Pokemon you can get in the beach, but that's not the best scores you can get on all of them. I believe there are videos on how to get the best pictures in each course and on each Pokemon. So I think if you're looking for individual pictures, that's the way to go. And can I just make a small complaint here? I I kind of wish there was an easier way to search stuff about Pokemon Snap, because it's really hard to find certain information on Snap. Like, I was trying to find look for this game's frame rate so I could capture a proper frame rate. But oh, and yeah, look at this. It's like Meowth. Where the heck is he? Look at the right corner over there. I kind of should have just spited Oak and take a picture of the back of his head. But anyway, yeah. So searching for any kind of questions really for this game, you get a lot of new Pokemon Snap. The sequel, many years wanted by some people. Yeah, you get questions and forums for that game, but not this. Anyway, so there's no judging with the Pokemon signs. You just submit them and he's like, oh, thank you, and he just puts them away. You don't get a score on it. Anyway, so that's it for the beach, so time for judging. So now we've got our new Pokemon Snorlax. Unfortunately, there's one where you can get a picture of him scratching his belly. I didn't get that. So, woe is me. And I'm surprised I got the pose on this, considering I thought he would have commented, it's like, oh, Pokemon don't like having pictures of their backs taken. And this is, I think, the best special score for Pikachu is the Pikachu on a stump. But because Pikachu wasn't in the center, even though there were two Pikachu basically in the center, it didn't count. It wasn't better than my other one. Anyway, so now we've got Chansey. And here's one of Lapras. This one should be a lot better. I thought, anyway. The pose was excellent.
Well done.
And man, we only beat that one by around 500 points. Much better pose, which sends it through the rest of the scoring. Now it's Meowth. This one's dancing, so a dancing Meowth, 1,200 points, and it's in the center.
Well done.
Even though it's like slightly off to the right, but I think its tail is in the center enough. And wait, there's your Pokemon sign.
Wait.
There we go, 53. Only 10 more new Pokemon left.
Welcome back. Here is a present for you.
And now that we've got our first Pokemon sign picture, I think that's the requirement. We get the Pokéflute. You do need this to get the rest of the signs. Well, not the rest, but like, what, 2 of them? Yeah, 2. And it also affects how Pokemon behave. So like that Pikachu on a stump picture in the beach, if you play the flute while they're on the stump, they will do some thunderbolts. And yeah. Also, I missed... But the Pokéflute, by pressing C down, you will play music. If you throw anything, the music stops. And also, if you keep pressing C down, you can change between what songs play. There are 3 different songs in this game. Get out of my way, Electabuzz. Alright, let's accelerate on because there are more pictures to be taken. I think in the tunnel I'm missing at least 2. Because I do have to lead this Pikachu over to the egg. And you also have to let Pikachu get close enough to the egg. Play the Pokéflute, he'll start summoning lightning bolts. And the egg will hatch into Zapdos. And this is how you get your next Pokemon sign. And I do try to throw an apple at a legendary bird. So there's a generator slightly off screen of where I was throwing the apple at him, and he'll start up the generator, which will also get you a better picture opportunity for Electabuzz here. One where he's dancing. Look at him go. Look at them moves. The flute doesn't do anything here, so they don't care about your dupes. Anyway, so this is how you get the sign. You have Zapdos power up the generator, and you get a silhouette from these scraps, scrap metal left behind, of a pincer. And this is the other Pokemon I was missing, Magneton, which is not a Magneton because they are not conjoined or like stuck to each other. So yeah. Also, I decided to, you know, the gate is for normies, so we go through the, we go to the volcano for this. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. It's weird that they don't make Magneton proper, because I remember someone argued that that's how Magneton used to look like. No, that's not what Magneton used to look like. He was always stuck. 3 Magnemites stuck together. I think that is pretty cool. Like, in the very early process of exploding. Electrical censorship for that, Zapdos. I mean, I don't know if that was the best choice, but I've already got a picture of Magikarp, so it don't matter. Got the sign, get the Magneton, get the one close up, and also, if you're going to take a picture of Magneton, make sure you take a picture of one of the 3 bodies, because if you just take a picture in the center space between them, it won't count for the technique. Yeah, here. I got 160. My 150 picture got slightly worse, but it went on. 160 did not. Okay, so last part I was thinking it was in the river. No, it's here in the tunnel. So yeah, I don't get it. Oak. Also, I got the exact same score. And I chose the second one because personally, I like that one better. Another legendary bird for the album.
Great.
Oh, because it was in the middle, it's a worse picture. I'm pretty sure if it was just a few centimeters from where it was, it would have counted. Just centimeters. Or pixels in the video game case. Magneton. 800 size. 1000 pose. In the center.
Wonderful.
Pretty good picture.
Oh.
And sign has been recorded to the database. Alright. We're at 55 types of Pokemon.
Welcome back.
This song gets stuck in my head.
Yes.
Alright, time for the volcano. And now, our Pokemon sign is at the very beginning of the stage. Throw a Pester Ball into that beginning volcano pool, and you get a coughing Pokemon sign. Excuse me, Vulpix. I'm on a mad hunt for the next Pokemon. Well, first I want a better picture of these two fighting. There we go. Got what I wanted. Now moving on. Oh yeah, the Charmander will dance if you play the Pokemon, the Poke Flute. I don't know why I'm still parked. Honestly, I could go on, but I guess I just want the... I guess I just want an army of Charmander dancing. But when you get them dancing, they don't get the, oh, this one looks happy picture. Instead, you just get a regular Charmander photo. I was contemplating for a second, should I just go on? And it's like, let's get a group photo here. Everyone together. You too. This way. Alright, now that they're close enough, dance. Alright. And it doesn't matter what tune you're playing, they'll dance the same. Anyway, now we move. I go... Oh, do I go for a better multi... I think that ends up being better than what I already had, but we'll see later. Anyway, there are 2 new Pokemon that you can get here, but you needed the Pester Balls. First up, by throwing enough into the lava pool, Arcanine. I think it's random between whether you get Growlithe or Arcanines, but I got lucky and got both. And I go absolutely nuts. Spoiler alert, I ran out of film here. I love Growlithe and Arcanine. I think I've labeled Arcanine as my favorite fire type Pokemon. You know those image templates where it's like the 18 types and you pick one of your favorites from all 18? I've done one of those. I don't know if I have it on like my Twitter or any. No, I don't. I definitely don't have it on my Twitter. I barely do anything on my Twitter. But yeah, I've done one of those, and I'll post it. And keep in mind, this picture was made before Generation 9, so well, we're in the process of getting Generation 9. But I've not seen all the Pokemon, so I don't have a definitive favorite if those have overtaken any of my favorites in the other generations. I don't know if I could do a favorite Pokemon per generation.
Yes.
Because I don't know if I've mentioned my favorite Pokemon of all time on the channel. Maybe in my Shield Let's Play, but my favorite Pokemon is Torterra. Anyway, this Charmeleon is about to burn alive the Magmar, but it's not as good as a picture as the other one. Now my dancing Charmander, can you do better? Size? No. Pose? No. Technique? Is only better because the last one did not get the technique. I think we get, yeah, slightly better size, and I think, yeah, everything else is the same.
Well done.
So we win on the verge of like 40 points, I think. This is a really good Arcanine picture.
Wonderful.
But yeah, I have a very special bias towards dog Pokemon because I love dogs.
Wonderful.
So, Growlithe, Rockruff, I absolutely love them. I do also love cats, but the cat Pokemon, I don't feel as strong of a love that I do for the dog Pokemon. Anyway, so now we're in the river, and I had to do some last minute adjustments before this part began, because some reason I didn't actually have the river footage in here of my revisit. For some reason it was edited out, and it would have went straight to the cave, and Well, I still have some things to do here. I think we're only missing one Pokemon here. And that's something we couldn't have gotten until we got the Pokefeed. So now that we have it, we can take us a picture of Vileplume. And now that we have the dash engine, we can get a lot closer to these Poliwag to take better pictures of them. And now that Vileplume's not releasing its noxious fumes, we can take a picture of the Pokemon sign, which is supposed to be a Cubone tree. Which is neat, I guess. So, I don't remember if I've mentioned this, but originally I think this game was supposed to have 64 Pokemon. And even then, this game wasn't even originally supposed to be a Pokemon photography game. This game, I think, was originally going to be just a nature photography game. And then they're just like, I think someone said that it was too dull, so they went with Pokemon to give it some better life in it, I guess. Also, you can totally knock the shelter out of the air. And I don't feel like going the normal exit, so we're going to press the button. So yeah, this game was originally supposed to have 64 Pokemon, but they cut out the 64th, and it was supposed to be Ekans. If I had to guess, I would say Ekans probably would have showed up, not looking at, I think, the screenshot it shows up in that was never used. If I had to guess, I would say it would probably show up in the river here. Either river or cave. That's my guess. And again, that's without looking at the screenshot where I believe Ekans was shown. I think it was shown in pre-release screenshots or in screenshots on the box art or something like that. Anyway, so now we've got the judging. 270 for the size. This is our best Poliwag picture, but it's not in the middle of the screen. Oh, are you certain about that? Anyway. There we go.
Wonderful.
Got our best of Vileplume. Or a good Vileplume. And got a pretty bad Slowpoke picture because I just didn't care.
Oh.
And there's the sign. And that's it. Yeah, only one new Pokemon there. So now we gotta go to the cave again.
Yes.
This will be a quick trip through the cave. There's only one new Pokemon here. But we're going to get us a better picture of the Jigglypuff. I don't even really try with the Ditto. I'm just like, let's just get a move on. I'm almost done the game, so just knock out the 3 coughing. And because we have the dash engine, we can get to these events quicker than I think than they're supposed to start. And that'll also allow us to get better pictures. Also, that little cut there was me pausing the footage because something came up. So, yeah, any kind of pausing in the middle is just me like taking a little break. Also, we get our Pokemon sign here. It's a constellation. Constellation of Mewtwo. And I am a terrible shot because I didn't get that Weeping Bell. I was like, okay, we're moving on. I don't know why I bother. I'm not a good enough shot to get this flying Pikachu. Because you can hit the Zubat. Pikachu will get a bunch of balloons and he'll be flying, and that's worth a lot of bonus points. I think it's more than Pikachu on a stump. Anyway, play the tune, the Jinx dance, and Articuno hatches from its egg. And I don't get a good Articuno picture rated. I should have went with that one, but I didn't. I went with the one that was way too close, but we'll see at the end. And also, here at the end, now that we've saved all of them, now all 3 Jigglypuff are here. And if you play the Poke Flute, Jigglypuff gets mad because she thinks you're trying to upstage her. Also, she's got the little microphone that she does from the show, which is neat. Alright, so now we are all done with the cave. That just leaves our last trip through the valley and the final area. But now well, let's see. I went with that thinking it wasn't going to do anything, but that ends up getting me a lot more points than I thought. I should have went with that one. I did not. I went with the one that is way too close. Yeah, that is not going to get me enough points there, because too much of its body is out of frame. There we go. Alright, first up, the Jinx, which I think is going to be a failure, but better size is dancing, so this is the case where even if you take a picture of its back, it's still good.
Well done.
So yeah, pretty good Jinx picture. Articuno. Bad size.
Close.
You were close. Move on. It's a Jigglypuff. Oh, for some reason we didn't... Oh, because it wasn't singing. But Nope. Not gonna be better.
Oh.
And then we get the Pokemon sign, which only shows up on picture, so... We only have one more stage left, and that's the valley. This is gonna be fun.
Yes.
And here's the quickest and easiest sign to get in the game. Dugtrio Mountain. Oak. You couldn't find this one? Anyway, so throwing Pester Balls here at the beginning can cause a Dratini to show up. Also, throwing Pester Balls at these Squirtles can cause them to pop up on land, but I dashed so I couldn't get one of them that was closer to land. I was thinking too much about the Dratini. But we can still get a better picture later on. We also still have to get a picture of Starmie. Yeah, take that, Mankey. Whee! So, no Magikarp here, and to the left, I'm not showing it because I'm focused on trying to get better pictures here. To the left is 3 Graveler. You play the Poke Flute, and they all pop down, and I think they do a dance. Anyway, so we only have one chance at getting a Starmie. So we're just hopefully going to ignore the Dragonite, because we got to get this Starmie picture. Which I managed to get pretty far away. Also, I need this Squirtle picture. There we go. All done. And I just send them off to the water. And that's it for all the regular courses. And I decided to show off the gate here because I didn't do that in my last run through here. There you go, Oak. Alright, and that is it for Valley. So we were only missing 4 new Pokemon. And also the sign. So we got Dratini there. We'll get our Squirtle, our Starmie, and... Actually, no, I think it was only 3. Anyway, We've got them all. Again, I'm not really going for the best scores, so I just go with what I have. They're not good pictures, but they count. So there we go. Just go ahead and hit yeah. And now the scoring. Dratini. Decent size, pretty good pose. The doubler, and we're good. Staryu. Let's see. Decent size. Excellent pose. And the doubler. Oh, nope, no doubler. And
You were close.
oh well. And Squirtle.
You were close.
Yeah, I just kind of rushed that one out there. Oh yeah, our last Pokemon is the final Pokemon you can take a picture of, assuming you've taken a picture of all of them up until this point. So now, after studying all of the Pokemon signs, Oak will comment that they are similar to the constellations that can be seen on Pokemon Island. And so now, the final new course, the Rainbow Cloud. This is where we can go get a picture of a Mew. The Pokemon our protagonist was trying to take a picture of at the beginning of the game. Now we have a chance to get a good picture. And getting the best score of Mew, I've been told, is annoying, to say the least. And this course takes a while. I think it's because they thought you would take a while trying to get a picture of Mew. So basically, Mew's got this bubble, and the bubble will not play nice with the camera, so you can't just take a picture of it directly. You have to get it out of the bubble. That requires smacking the bubble with a pester ball. So smack it 3 times while it's green and it'll turn yellow. This will change Mew's course of pattern. When it's green, he will just shift from side to side. When it's yellow, he'll fly off to one of the sides of the screen. And sometimes right in front of your face, too. So, thanks, Mew. Anyway, so you just gotta knock the bubble 3 more times, and then Mew's free for the picking. But it's not quite so simple if you want to get a good picture of Mew. So now he's launched the bubble at us, and now he's trying to get back in his bubble. But if you continue to hit it with pester balls, Mew will get closer and closer to the screen, and that is your opportunity to take a picture of him. If you do not throw a pester ball at him, he will get back in his bubble, and but thankfully the bubble will stay yellow. I don't think it can regenerate back to green. I think it always stays yellow. But I have decided that I'm done because well, I've already taken a pretty good picture of Mew. It's not going to be the perfect picture, but it's going to be a pretty good picture. So now we're going to look at all the constellations. We got their Duck Trio. We've got, oh my god, Pinsir. We got Mewtwo, we got Coughing, got Cubone, and got Kingler. I think I said Kingler twice. We've got the 6 constellations around here. No other constellations exist. Nope, not whatsoever. No Big Dipper, no little... Is it Big Dipper and Little Dipper, or is it a different one that has 2? I think it's the Dipper that has the big and little one. Anyway, like I said, this course takes a while. Because I think they expect you to have a lot of trouble, or they want to give you a lot of opportunity to take a picture of Mew. But there is the end of course. Go away, Mew. He poses one more time for us. And now the game is complete. I believe after the credits, if you've taken pictures of every single Pokemon, You are unlocking like a score mode, basically like leaderboard type stuff.
Wow.
And Mew gets a special of 2,500 points. Okay size, perfect pose, as Oak will put it. Got the doubler, and I'm good. There we go, all 63 Pokemon, and with the okay score. Not very good. So, that is a complete Pokemon report. Oak, you were teaching us stuff to begin with? I thought you were hiring a photographer, not training a photographer. All you did was draw when you were a kid, Oak.
See you.
I remember the Forever movie. Anyway, that's it for the game. So now, credits. And for these credits, they will show... I don't think they'll show every single one of your pictures, but they will show pictures that you have taken. Because I believe these are pictures that I have taken in this LP. So yeah, that's Pokemon Snap. It's a fun little pastime. It is not a long game by any means. I think I finished this game in about an hour and a half. So, well, that's editing all my retries out. So one continuous string is roughly an hour and a half to 2 hours, roughly, depending. But yeah, short game, but it's a fun little cruise through the game. It's a nice little stroll. And at some point, I would like to cover the new Pokemon Snap game, but I'd also like to, play it for myself first. In the end, I don't know whether I will do my first run through blind or not on the channel, but I'm going to have to think about that off recording. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. I do really enjoy this game. It's not on the same caliber as, like, the mainline Pokemon games. It's just a nice little distraction, kind of like some of the other spin-offs. But I wouldn't really detract it, saying it's like, oh, it's not an RPG like the other games. No, it holds its own. But anyway, that'll do it. So I'll see you guys for one of my later projects. So have a good one, and see you guys then.